Chinese came out first with their version of the story.
This is our report featured on 60 Minutes. It gave us a rare chance to take a closer look at how American TV's so-called investigation is really just an anti-China hit job.
It's been called the most dangerous conflict.
4 or 5 different Chinese boats surrounding us at the moment.
The CBS crew didn't tell the full story about what happened on August 19th. The narrative crafted by some in the West portrays China as an aggressor.
The Chinese Coast Guard ship jammed into the Philippines' starboard quarter.
But that's far from the truth. Check out this video. This is Philippine vessel 4411. Look, it cuts right in front of the Chinese Coast Guard ship. The Chinese crew had to throw out foam boards trying to prevent damage. But it was too late. Boom, the two ships collided.
Yet in the Western media version, it's always China's fault. What they won't tell you is this one. Another Philippine vessel, 4410, made an even more deliberate move, ramming straight into China's ship. The 60 Minutes report has been strategically twisted to fit an anti-China agenda.
The Philippines has exclusive economic rights.
They opened by mentioning the 2016 International Tribunal and the so-called Exclusive Economic Zone, or EEZ, but conveniently left out this tribunal was a sham, having no connection to the International Court of Justice and set up by the Philippines, with judges arranged by former Japanese ambassador to the US and the notorious right-wing Japanese military figure Shunji Yanai.
CBS also mentioned that Shenbing Reef or Sabina Shoal is closer to Philippines,
and about 660 nautical miles from China.
It is a tactic, but I'd like to remind them, Guam is closer to China than it is to the US. Just being close to something doesn't mean you can claim it as yours.
If you look at the historical treaty laws and maps from the Philippines and the US, you will find these islands were never part of Philippine territory. It's only in recent decades that the Philippines started making these claims.
The report's bias is glaring. CBS says they didn't expect to be involved in an international conflict and that this was a routine supply mission.
How surrounded we are by Chinese vessels, you can see.
They know they well. Anyone who has studied the issue knows that these so-called supply missions are at the core of the tension between China and the Philippines.
Philippine vessel 4410, 请立即离开。
Who would call trespassing on someone else's territory a routine trip? Either CBS didn't do their homework, or they are intentionally misleading their viewers.
What's most concerning is the readiness of the Philippine side, aided by Western journalists, to turn this into a media spectacle. They were willing to provoke an international incident to gain political leverage. This was irresponsible, and the Western media played right into it.
The interviewees in the 60 Minutes report were carefully selected. Ray Powell, for example, is a US military-funded figure known for leading gray zone disinformation campaigns about China in the South China Sea. Romeo Bronner, the hawkish Philippine military chief, was also prominently featured. Almost the whole day. Every time there's a collision or tension in the South China Sea, Western journalists are there. Last time it was CNN, now it's CBS. This is a pattern.
We did not expect it to be involved in an international conflict. All we did was report the truth. But our report was used by the 60 Minutes crew to push a narrative that escalated tensions, rather than providing a fair and balanced account of what actually happened.
Ironically, the 60 Minutes team says they didn't expect Chinese journalists to respond so quickly. Of course they didn't. They are used to bullying others without anyone fighting back. But this time, China responded and it upset their narratives of Western hegemony. And that's exactly what we are here to do. Challenges one-sided story being told.